worth waiting for that. I liked Ultra Wings as well, but you can race other people in it, so I'm not sure if there's any people still playing it online. You can do multiplayer. I've just downloaded it, so I'm gonna have mine. Gonna do a bit of the campaign single player, but during May last year there were a number of decent games that came out in the month. Actually, the biggest one is probably one of the better shooters, and it's the one that I will show later on this month, and that's Killing Floor Incursion. And I was hoping that because I saw that they were doing another big release on it at the end of last month, and I thought, oh, there might be some downloadable content. But what they've done, they packaged the flat screen with the VR game, so I would still say, unless you want the flat screen version as well, the VR version, $15.99, is one of those rare games I would say do not wait for a sale on it. It's absolutely fantastic as a shooter, and yeah, it's got a bit of a dark horror theme, and it's multiple controls on it. We'll sort of talk about that one. So that would have been my sort of game of the month last year in May. The other games that came out, there was 2MD Football, which is American football. Actually wasn't that bad, the game, but it's a bit like VR Nation Football, in the fact that if you like football, you probably get more enjoyment out of it than if you don't. There's a bit of tactical in it, so you can do your plays. It's the actual stadiums are different stadiums. That's a bit different from the VR Nation Football, in the fact that they're different stations. So if you go to Houston, let's say, you've got the Rocket in the background, so there's just little things like that. You can change the colour of your shirts and all sorts of bits and pieces, do a bit of tactical play, and it's a simplistic version of American football. So it's okay, and I think that one's at $12.99. So again, if you're interested in that one, it's probably worth waiting for a sale on that one. There was a game called Animal Force, which was a cutesy tower defense game. That's $12.99. I've not played that one myself. I've seen some videos of it. It looks interesting. People say it gets a little bit difficult quite early on, but because it's cute, it's whether that's your sort of thing. If you like tower defense games, there's not a lot in the way of tower defense games on the VR system, so it might be worth a look. But at $12.99, I would say more likely wait for a discount on that one. There was Cool Paint VR, which is not a game really, but if you're into art, it's an interesting way to. You could actually, using a USB stick, upload a picture, and you could, if you create, say if you took a photo of this plane here with a pilot in it, you could actually recreate that yourself in the art in Cool VR, so Paint VR. So, and that one I believe is currently $12.99 at the moment. So again, if you're into your art, it might be something that you can do. I don't know if you can actually save it and then send it to your friends, if that's something you could do, because that would be quite cool if you could do that. But if it's just something that people see on your own system, then it's purely for yourself. Other games, One Piece Grand Cruise was more of an experience than a game, very short, and I did see it on sale for $7.99 last month, but yeah, it's not something that I would sort of buy myself. It's a bit of a small part of an RPG on a ship, and you get to interact with characters, and then there's battles where you're defending the ship, where like a large octopus comes and tries to attack the ship, and you're firing at it. So it's a very short experience. So that one's not for me at all. Along Together. Now that is the first game that last month I have actually ever got a platinum trophy in a VR game, and I found it actually quite entertaining. It's fairly short. I think I probably did it in about 3 hours all told, but you could rush through the game if you weren't collecting everything, I would say, in 2 hours. It's quite a simplistic QT platformer, a bit in the style of Ghost Giant, actually, where you're an imaginary sort of friend who can help manipulate the scenery around, and and help the character. You're basically helping the character rescue his dog. So that's quite a good one. $11.99. I would actually pay the $11.99 having played it, but not having played it, I actually got it on sale. So yeah, it was a much better game than I thought. And then we have Roller Coaster Legends 2, Thor's Hammer, I believe it's called. And I'll be showing you that one later in the month. It's very short experiences. I think you can do, unless they've done an update since I last tried it, basically you can sit through, like the first Roller Coaster Legends was just that you just sat on the roller coaster and enjoyed the ride, really. Yeah, it was quite cheap at $3.99. This one's at $4.99, but not only can you do the ride, which takes, I think it's only about 10 minutes long, you can do the ride, but you can redo the ride again, and you're shooting targets. There's 50 targets to hit, and it is quite difficult to get a couple of them, so getting that 50. There is a bit of replayability, and at $4.99 it's a little bit of fun on a roller coaster. But obviously the Darkness roller coaster one came out, and there's a lot more content in that, and I believe they reduced the price now to $8.99 on that one. And it's had another update, so I'll be doing another stream of that in the near future to see what they've done on there. But they've tried to make quite a bit of content in that, and I don't know, I would still say $8.99 I would have, unless there's something drastic they've done to it. I'd still say it's probably a couple of pounds too expensive, but they have put a lot of content in there. And so we get to Pirate Flight. Obviously this flight simulator, sort of, arcadey, I don't know, we shall see. And this one is $11.99, and I'm going to be trying that one. And the last game is the one that I was, and the second, during May, the second part of it came out, which is called Firehouse, and it's $11 or $12.99. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I've not bought it, and every video the reason I've not bought it, every video, because I really love Ghostbusters. I was mould enough to say that I actually went to the cinema to see it. And I went to the cinema to see the second one. I've seen obviously the remake with the women as well. I would say I'm quite a big Ghostbusters fan. Actually, love the humour, love the film, and I was very tempted to buy it, and I was put off by the videos. So I would say at that price, there's not a lot of content from what I'm seeing. I'm being told that both the first one is based inside of the building, and you sort of interact with things, and the second one is a bit of a short wave shooter where you're beating ghosts, and the Marshmallow Man comes up and you think, oh good, I'm going to have a battle with him, and I think he's just chucking enemies at you, and it's all over very quickly. So again, if it came up very cheap, I would probably buy it, but not at $11.99 or $12.99. So that's look back at the month, and now let's get on with the most important bit, which is, I think, playing the game. Let's see what settings we got. Controls, increase comfort. Left-handed, yes, I'm left-handed. Easy mode for beginners. Do we want that? Increase VR comfort? No, we don't want that. I don't know whether we want easy mode. I should probably do that because I end up making myself look a fool. Let's see how we get on. Rings. So let's do the rings. Seconds, so you obviously have to do it quite quickly. Should we do it again now? Let's go on to the next one. So that's a bit like the Ultra Wings, where it's almost teaching you to fly. Although as it will. Oh my word! Oh. I've made a mess of that. Go back round. So I would say that's more. I'm getting more of a sicky feeling to start with. It's the jerky movements that are doing it. No finish, so let's do it again. So yeah, it's the movements does make me feel a little bit sick. I understand there was going to be an update for 3D Rider. That's not something that I'm going to be able to get. I've tried. People suggested, because I've got the old PS4. I've only got the two ports in the front. One of them's taken up with my hard drive. One of them's taken up with my hard drive, and obviously the other one is taken up with the headset. And I've tried one of the extensions you can fit on, which gives you multiple ports, and for some reason it takes sound out of the headset of the VR, so yeah, it makes it doesn't work in stereo anymore, so for that reason I've not been able to use my steering wheel, which I on things such as Gran Turismo or Drive Club, and that, you know, annoys me a little bit, but what can you do? But yeah, I understand this was one of the ones that was getting an update with the 3D Rudder, so it'd be interesting to people if that works and how well it works. I've seen people using it on the Wizards and things like that, and it does seem very, very responsive. My worry is my coordination, as I always say. I don't find this fantastic at times. I wonder if that's going to be like the old rugby, the stomach pack, the head syndrome for me. I have enough problems with my mouth doing things that my brain can't, the other way round. Oh, that's quite... It's very, very arcadey, but there's a feeling of motion sickness there. Oh, I'm glad they were in. 3 stars, unfortunately. Floor plan, did I? It's one of the games that came out. Just remembered that one. Oh, what did I miss out? Yeah, there's a game called Floor Plan, which I've actually got, which is a puzzler game. I don't believe it's more than an hour long. Ah, brown fuel. But it's basically you're based in an elevator and you're going up and down the floors. And yeah, you're going up and down the floors, and every time you open a door there's a puzzle to create, but the thing is when you solve a puzzle you gain an object that you can then solve a puzzle on another floor, so you're basically trying to get to the top of the building, and that's quite a good game, and it's cheap as well. It's $4.99. So that's another game. It was actually I was between that and this, but I was going to show you guys. But I chose Pirate Flight basically because I don't think there's too many of these type of games on the system, which is a little bit surprising. There's obviously Ultra Wings, which is probably my favourite of the system. Crashed. And then there's one, could you call Russia? A flight game? I don't know. It's I suppose you're flying, you're squirrel set. So, and that's a very good game. I really enjoyed Rush. So much so I bought it on the Quest last week. Here we go. Oh, we're going this way. That's really it. I don't think I've missed anything else now. Well, Ace Combat, of course, but that is something else. I still haven't finished that. That's a game I have to go back to, and there's been an update on that one as well. So it'll be interesting to see whether it's just the graphic style that they've updated. Oh, that was rubbish. What I missed it. Oh no. Yeah, let's do that. So this should really be all about smooth movements, but it's trying to set yourself up for the next ring. It's about learning the courses as well, obviously. Oh, I missed that. Only one? 1 star. Oh, sorry, killed everybody. Sorry about that. Back in. Oh, that's some tight turns there. Oh, we're in a cave. You don't want to fly midlife. If you got a light stomach, just had a curry or something. You'll be seeing it for the second time today. Unfair, wasn't it? Whoa. Oh no, I missed it. So that's where you, I suppose, multi-playthroughs, you'll get to know the circuit a bit more. Before we go back in the cave, need some fuel. Did that not do it? That was a harsh one, wasn't it? Oh. That's not fair at all. You're not really got room to turn around in. Oh, how unfair is that? So once you miss that one, you're not screwed. Here we go again. Same mistake twice. Give me a fuel, please. Thank you. Oh no, down. Oh, that's not fair either, is it? Hang on a minute, that's a bit unfair. Ah, no way. Very quickly, I think we got a leak. Check that out. Where are we going? Back out. Okay. Woohoo. space at some point. Gaps between the rings are getting further. But it's going to be more important to get fuel. Good. Couldn't have done that much quicker. Oh, come on. What's next? Go back again. What's this say? Did I select the wrong one then by mistake? Accidents will happen. There we go now. What's the next one? It's there. Right there. Oh, we're not going to make it. No. No. Oh, unfair. So what's race? Let's do this a bit different. Okay. Race the other players through all the pylons in the correct order. That was it. Hello. Trophy. So I've opened somebody up, have I? So I've got a pilot, I see. So that's why you're collecting stars. A pirate. Arr. I'd be looking for treasure. Through it. Hey? What's going on there? That's unfair. Oh, what? So I didn't actually register that I was fine for it. That's cheating. What a cheat. I had that one as well. free now. I could have glided to the next bit of fuel, just cut the engine. Old Scarface there in the cockpit. Next. They seem to be going a bit quicker, don't they? Which way we're going. So it's like a cartoony version of the Red Bull Air Race. Some of those guys are incredible. Well, I say some of them, they are. See how fast they're going. Some of the things they do. Oh, why is that not? That's unfair again. Hey. some reason it doesn't always register that you're going through that first one. I don't know what I've done differently. It seems to affect the others. I wonder if it was the height, but then it's sort of encouraging you to go through quite low on some of them to get points. Where are we going? We're going left. I'm not going to win this one. Learn the course. I'm catching up, but too late. That's a long way away. They've done me. They got their revenge. Shouldn't even get a star for that. I should be shot. I'll get a star. I'm not going to, because I'm going to look at a move on. Really, I'll come in 4th place with Pony. So let's see, what is that? No, it's done it again. Look. Isn't that weird? Ah, what? No, it's done it on purpose to make me fight to catch them up, make it exciting. Chase them down. First, get top 3. Cheated, didn't it? Let's see if it does. Let's see if it does it again. So there's quite a lot of levels. Some balloons. Have to burst the balloons. Oh, crashed. Oh, we can shoot. Hello. Now we got it. So now I know we can shoot. That makes it a bit more interesting. Fuel. Oh. Give me the fuel. tell you where they are, so that makes it interesting. Make it a little bit difficult. We got him pretty quick. That's almost like the Mario Kart where you're trying to sort of protect yourself. That's starting to get the old stomach going on, the old motion sickness there. Jerky movements, that's not good for you. Not good for your stomach. I certainly got more motion sickness from this than I got from Air Combat and Ultra Wings. I don't know whether it must be because of movements of turns, but it's the tight turns, the up and down movement. It's very rare that I get this feeling. I got it in Winlands on a few occasions, and to the top, and that was usually where I was doing the motion, where I was trying to face one way and doing an action another way. And obviously the brain's trying to do two things. And I wonder if, because it's only where I've just started doing the shooting here. I'm sort of flying in one direction and trying to look in the other for target. Where are they? You seeing them? Can't see them. Some over here. I wonder why it's placed near this one. Out of fuel straight away. So I've got. I was looking the right direction to start with before. Oh, not a good start. Okay. Oh, you won't have Let's get this final three. Right, into the coves we go. Hopefully we should have enough fuel. Get in. Not the best of times, but there you go. So I think that's the straight into the next one. Go to the menu. I've got another character that I can use. So that's 4 of them opened up now. So that's the 3 versions of the game. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of content. 120 levels by the looks of it. I've done 51 out of the first 90. So, well, that's 51 stars out of 90 that I've collected. So it opens up different areas. So we've done sort of nearly, I suppose, half of the first one, and getting close to, you know, 9 more stars, and I open up the second one, and then yeah, keep going until you get the third one. So there's quite a bit of content there. It's quite enjoyable, and you saw I turned off all the comfort settings, and I can tell you it just they are starting to feel a little bit queasy on occasions because of the turns and things like that, especially on the one where you're shooting as well for some reason. The other ones wasn't too bad, but when it came to the shooting side of it, that's when I started to feel a little bit sick. It's nice arcadey game. It sort of reminds me of something like Pilot Wings on the Nintendo consoles, something like that. $11.99, I'd say maybe wait for a sale on it. I quite enjoyed it, but it's not one of those titles I would say was a necessity if you got things like Ultra Wings. So thanks very much for watching, guys. It's Midlife Game-ist. If you could hit the like button and click on this subscribe button, you'll find me on the YouTube channel under Midlife Game-ist. And if you hit the little notification bell as well in the corner, you will see every time I stream. You should get notified, and then you can come in, make some comments, watch me playing, and make some suggestions. Even, give me tips as well. I've had people help me out on games that I got stuck on, which is great. Thanks very much, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon. Cheers for watching. Bye.